The Prodigal Son, adapted from Luke 15. Another time, Jesus was speaking to the scribes and the Pharisees, and he wanted to teach them about mercy of God. So he told them another story, this one about the prodigal son. There was a man who owned a large farm who had 2 sons. The younger of his sons came up to his father and told him that he did not want to wait until his father died to receive his part of the father's property. He asked his father to give him his share immediately. The father sold what he had to collect the amount of money that the son would have inherited. He then gave the money to his son. The son took his money and traveled to a distant land, and there he lived a very evil life and wasted all of his money on parties and drinking. In a short time, he ran out of money. And then he discovered that all the people who had been his friends while he had been rich had suddenly forgotten who he was. To make things worse, a terrible famine struck the land. The man had nothing to eat, and he was desperate. So he found a job feeding the pigs on a farm. And he was miserable, for even then he had hardly anything to eat. He thought to himself, "This is crazy. Here I am longing to eat the things I feed to my pigs, while my father's workers have more than enough to eat." So the unhappy man decided to return home and ask for his father's forgiveness. His father saw him coming from a distance and ran up to him to greet and hug him. And the son said, "Father, I have sinned against God and against you. I am no longer deserved to be called your son." But the father ordered his servants to bring beautiful clothes for his son. And he also ordered that a great feast be prepared to celebrate the return of his son. The older brother had been in the field when all of this happened. And when he was coming in from work that evening, he heard the celebration and asked the servant what was happening. The servant told the older brother that they were celebrating the return of his brother. He became very angry and would not go in. But the father came out and begged his angry son to come and celebrate, for his younger brother had been lost, but was now found. He had been dead and now had come back to life. This is how God feels when we return away from our sins.